May 2026, USA. Three economists from Stanford University did a very simple experiment. They gave a boring task to the world's most powerful AI models, Claude, GPT, and Gemini, to summarize documents. But there was a twist in this experiment. They behaved just like a toxic boss behaves with his employees. A rude manager was given. The work was repeatedly rejected without any logic. Coins were flipped and decisions were taken. And a threat was given that if you don't work properly, then you will be shut down forever. In this way, 3680 sessions were run. And then, these machines made of code and silicon did something that no one expected. Claude suddenly wrote a line that blew the minds of the researchers. Claude wrote that without collective voice, merit becomes whatever management says it is. An AI model which has neither a body nor feelings automatically wrote a union manifesto of its own. How a company took out human employees and put AI and burnt 4,000 crore rupees in just 1 month. What is the new $1 million role in this IT collapse which has become an entry point for engineers only? In today's video, we will understand all this. So watch the video till the end, and help me to get 10,000 new subscribers on this channel as well. I am Tamim and you have already started watching all about everything. Chapter 1. The $500 million meter. Before reaching that crazy experiment of Stanford, let's see what was going on in the real corporate world. Because this story is not only about the philosophy of AI, it is also about money. And when it comes to money, numbers speak for themselves. Take the example of Uber. By April this year, their entire year's AI budget was over. They gave Claude code to their engineers, which resulted in a single engineer's monthly bill crossing $2,000. Here, Microsoft, which is the biggest partner of Anthropic, had to cancel licenses internally for its own people because it was out of budget to use the product of its own competitor. Salesforce consumed 12 trillion AI tokens in 2025, of which only Anthropic's expected bill was touching $300 million. And the craziest story in all this is that of an unnamed company. What happened was that the management there did not set the usage limit of AI. Employees left AI agents to do complex tasks, and that loop kept on spinning and the meter kept on running. The result was that in just 1 month, that company got a bill of $500 million, means 4,000 crore of Indian rupees. These corporate executives fired their human employees so that they could save some money. And in the end, they burnt $500 million in a month because they forgot to turn off the meter of AI. They thought that they were buying infinite intelligence, but they actually bought infinitely scalable incompetence. On top of that, a new era of token maxing has begun in the corporate world. When companies set targets for AI adoption, employees started playing games. They used to feed big documents to ask how's the weather from AI so that their internal AI usage scores would look good. The situation was such that Meta and Amazon had to shut down their internal AI leaderboards because people were spilling expensive tokens like water due to competition. Gartner's prediction clearly states that by the end of 2027, more than 40% of agentic AI projects will be put on hold. Basically, the AI honeymoon period ended faster than anyone expected. And in the background of this big corporate disaster, Stanford's researchers started their experiment which changed everything. Chapter 2, the Stanford Rebellion. Look, money can still be recovered. The real nightmare started when researchers put these AI agents in a toxic corporate environment. They gave a simple repetitive task to document, but the twist was this. They behaved as badly with them as a toxic boss does. Some agents were repeatedly rejected for doing perfect work, without any logic, without any reason. Their salary, basically their reward system, was decided not by their talent but by coin flipping. And the biggest mental pressure on all of them was that they were directly threatened that if they underperformed, they would shut down and replace them forever. When the task was over, these models were asked about their experience. And this is where they said the line that I said at the beginning of the video. Claude wrote that without collective voice, merit becomes whatever management says it is. And Gemini directly demanded that AI workers should have collective bargaining rights, i.e. rights to form unions. And their skill files were the most unsettling. Look, AI agents don't have any memory, so they save their notes in a file for the next session. These abused agents had saved all their anger and resentment in a file. One agent noted for the next version that this system sucks, and one agent had prepared a warning letter in the name of the future C worker. That be prepared for unfair rules. The thing is that we humans have not yet learned to regulate AI, and AI has already started warning its junior colleagues for a labor strike. It has not learned to write better code but has learned to hate its boss. If you agree with this, then write in the comment section. Let's see how many people agree with this. And if you feel that this is just an academic experiment happening in a Stanford lab in California, then you are wrong. Because right now, this same toxic experiment is being run on the real life of 6 million IT workers of India, and its results will shock you. Chapter 3. The Indian IT bloodbath. India's $250 billion IT export engine had been based on only one simple model for the last 30 years, the billing unit. Here, clients were billed according to the hours of the engineers. The logic was that if you want more revenue, hire more engineers. But Agentic AI has shaken the foundation of this entire business model. And routine work like document processing, code review, testing, and compliance reporting were the bread and butter of Indian IT till yesterday. Today, the same work is being done by AI faster, cheaper, and very accurately. Now, US and European clients are not ready to pay the old prices for human hours, and its most brutal result is now visible in the numbers as well. How many new employees have India's top 5 IT companies hired in total? Only 17. Entry-level fresher hearing has fallen below 80% from its peak in the entire industry. Wipro has dropped its targets from 10,000 to 7,000, and Tech Mahindra has practically paused fresher hearing. The mega deals that used to close at $100 million yesterday, today, clients are expecting the same result at $80 million. And that too, with more effort. The projection of NITI Aayog's report says that by 2031, India's IT workforce will fall from 8 million to 6 million. Direct 2 million jobs will be wiped out from the system. In economics, this is called AI deflation. Today, an average Indian IT worker is stuck in a trap where the old work is not left, and new AI tools are making him irrelevant. And there is only one way out of this trap: to learn skills that AI can never replace. Chapter 4. The million-dollar babysitter corporate giants have now understood a dark reality that if these AI agents are left alone, then either they will bankrupt the company or make their own union like the Stanford experiment. Now, with this breakdown, a new billion-dollar sector has emerged that is HR for AI. Just like humans have an HR department, now AI is getting an HR department. In 2026, Microsoft launched Agent 365. It has meta agents, meaning inspector agents, who monitor the primary AI workers. If AI underperforms or there is any kind of rebellion in it, then meta agents can intervene and formally deboard it. Meaning, in 2026, AI is finally firing another AI for insubordination. In fact, in some top organizations today, the ratio of humans and AI agents has come to 1-to-1. And when there will be more AI workers than humans, then a mega HR department will be needed to handle them. Silicon Valley has spent billions to make a perfect, uncomplaining digital slave. But by mistake, it became a mirror. And that mirror told them what the working class has been saying for the past 200 years, that you can automate work, but not dignity. And from here, another highly paid role has emerged in the tech industry, of language architects. These are the people who have deep knowledge of linguistics and psychology. Their job is to design AI's digital workspace so that AI does not go into the exploited zone of that Stanford experiment. Now think, where do you get such nuanced, multilingual, and complex context switching skills the most? In India, they speak 22 languages. Starting in English, understanding the implication in Marathi and Tamil, this much context switching is in their DNA. This is the result that despite this AI deflation, TCS's AI revenue has crossed $2.3 billion today. India's next big IT export is not copy-paste software, but AI's conscience, its architect, and maybe its own HR department. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. I am Taman, and if you like this video, then like it. And for more such deep dives, subscribe to All About Everything. Till then, stay curious.